Welcome, guys. I also have LFA predictions for you coming up, and yeah, I know that today I'm not gonna be much active. I'm very busy. A very rocky day, and I'm also refing this, so I have to say I'm really getting into the spirit of things. Yeah. I'm not gonna be very much long here. LFA 130. Okay, let's start with Manatul LMAE. With Manatul LMAE versus Daniel Gadley. Manatul LMAE 300, 29 years of age, fighting out of Academy of Combat Arts, Fargo, North Dakota. Scored back-to-back victories over Katowice, The Internet, George DeMarias, and Daniel the Gladiator Gadley 410. He is 33 years of age, fighting out of Spokane Valley, jiu-jitsu fighter. He was able to choke out Jose Mendoza, Derek Ram, Chris Hensley, Jared Torgerson, and he will be trying to drag the fight to the ground. So this is, Manatula is more of a striker, and this Daniel Gadley is more of a BJJ guy. So this typical striker versus grappler clash. Gadley is the underdog. I think Gadley versus Lemaire, no distance is okay pick. Daniel Gadley versus Manato Lemaire, no distance. Let me see. Side pick Lemaire for -275, but I'm not confident this is striker versus grappler, and this is very tricky to pick. Have a striker versus grappler matchup, so this is kind of not easy pick, anything can happen. So no distance is more safer. Billy Alcana is going to meet Coleman Schriebner. Billy Alcana 3-0, the professional record 6-2, out of a prize in MMA training center. He outranked Jeff Nielsen in his prior LFA outing. And Coleman Schriebner 3-1-0, 6'0", fighting out of Loveland, Colorado. At MCF, he scored 3 back-to-back stoppages against Brandon White, Josh Watson, Pete Keepers, but he lost to Austin Jones. He has never seen the ref in his life, and odds are giving greater chances to Billy Lacana, but also I think Billy Lacana versus Coleman Schriebner, no distance. That's gonna be my pick. Lacana to win -300 is also a good odd. These are two picks that might actually come to fruition in this one. Then the next one is Gago Saunders versus Jalen Fuller. Jalen Fuller is heavily underestimated. The gentleman 5'10", 6'2" out of New Mexico. Duke City MMA fighter. He lost to Bruno Ziz via decision, but prior to that he was better than Gabe Rodriguez, Miles Amos, Treston Wines. And people are heavily underestimating the guy because he was gassing out in the last fight. Gage Saunders 8'4", 6'0" out of Montana mixed martial arts. This guy is on 3-fight win streak to Eric Munhoz, Jake Sebastian, Danny Shine. But he lost 3 back-to-back fights, also one to Montel Williams, and Fuller is heavily underestimated. People are kind of unaware of his potential arsenal, and as expected, Fuller is the favorite in this fight. I think I'm gonna agree with that pick. Fuller to win for a -350. I agree with this pick. Definitely agree with picking a side here. Definitely think that makes sense. That makes sense here. I think this is pretty much on point. Hillary Rose gonna meet Tiani Vale. Hillary Rose 5'0", strawweight fighter, 5'3", 63 inches of reach out of Norfolk, Massachusetts. She lost to Ashley Nichols. She lost to Alice Reed, Cheyenne Velismos. She was losing to high-level names and UFC names, but she outworked Glory Watson at kickboxing. She was better than Alana Arnett. And as long as the fight remains standing, this girl is gonna stay dangerous, though his grappling game is decent. Tiani Vale, T-Bone 330, 5'4", out of Kula, Hawaii. She lost to Catherine Paprocki and Brittany Cloudy via rear naked choke, but she is more of a striker. She destroyed Ivana Coleman in 2019. Interestingly, Ivona Coleman is 1-10-0, and you know that she was mostly losing because of her poor ground game. You know that. And Tiani Vale was defeating girls that were not having the greatest record. Lost to Kerry Taylor Melendez. Catherine Paprocki fought at the White Contender Series. On the other side, Hillary Rose, according to me, was dealing better opponents. Should this mean a lot? Well, not a lot, but it should mean a bit at least. I think Hillary Rose should be a favorite for a reason. But again, picking female fight, I mean, Vale could pull out an upset if and only if the fight remains standing. But I don't think Hillary Rose will keep this fight standing forever. She will probably try to mix it up. This is the clash of two predominantly strikers, but Rose is pretty much decent in ground game fighting, and I hope she improved her cardio, as Vale is known for decent cardio, and I really hope Rose is going to fight better with her cardio. I think her cardio is going to look better than it looked against Valismas and Nichols. I think this is a tricky pick, but I'm saying Hillary Rose to win for -150, or Rose versus Vale fight goes the distance. That is like a backup pick, guys. Then the next pick is going to be Marnique Mann going to meet Kelsey Arneson. Marnique Mann 4-0. This girl is very talented, fighting out of Montana. She scored victory against Pauline Macias via submission. Last time I said Macias was going to lose. Macias also lost at the White Contender Series. And I was right about those predictions, but I don't consider Pauline Macias a high-level fighter like many others do. Kelsey Arneson 1-1-0, also strawweight fighter, 5'5" out of Colorado. Her strength definitely rocks, and she lost to Tabata Ricci via anonymous decision. Tabata Ricci was unable to finish her, so it speaks about her power. Look at how ripped she is. This girl is very, very strong. She can take a beating. She destroyed Brittany Camozzi. While it talks a lot to me, I think that fight against Tabata Ricci tells me that the Marnique Mann is going to have a hard time here. Yeah, she might be better on the ground, but if Arneson keeps the fight standing, that might go into her advantage. And also, Arneson survived against Tabata Ricci, so for me, I think Arneson is actually a very decent pick. So this is the underdog pick. Arneson to win for last 2-1-0. And finally, my last pick for the main event of the evening, it's Mariusz Ksiazkiewicz versus Alessandro Gambulino. Mariusz Ksiazkiewicz 9-1-0, the Canadian fighter, the Iron Paw, alright, Polish fighter by distance, 6'3", born Ludwigsburg, Germany, out of Winnipeg, Minnesota. This guy destroyed Graham Park, lost to Mario Sovs at Contender Series. I remember that fight very well. It was a decision loss, but was a great fast of fighting. He destroyed Douglas McFresh. He was better than Micah Brakefield, so he can survive on the ground. He was better than Dan Kajic. He can really, really survive against the best names on the ground. It tells me when you survive one Micah Brakefield, I mean, you know that Micah Brakefield is a decent and excellent BJJ fighter. So Alessandro Gambulino 12-3-0, fighting out of Rio de Janeiro, Brazil, out of Gordon Fight Team. He lost to Martimiano. He choked out Martimiano, Caetano, Val Oliveira, Douglas Ribeiro, but he was mostly winning via submission. Ksiazkiewicz survived Micah Brakefield on the ground, and you know that Micah Brakefield was competing at high-level grappling tournaments. So it tells me that Mariusz is very, very, very skillful in defending submission attempts. So if he was able to survive Micah Brakefield, I think Gambulino is not going to be a problem. So Mariusz to win for -300. That's going to be my predictions for LFA. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for following, and catch you next time, guys. Tonight I'm breaking down Bellator. So have a great day, everyone. Night. Catch you later.